Hello, welcome to GP Podcast. Today, we're going to dive into a story that honestly feels like it's been pulled straight out of a sci-fi novel. It's a story about a massive problem that everyone tried to solve, but only one seems to have actually cracked it.
You see, the race to build apps with AI has just kicked into a whole new gear. For years, we've been hearing this promise of no-code development, a promise that, let's be honest, felt a little empty for a very long time. Okay, so let's really get into this. For years, you had company after company promising us the dream, right? Build a real app with zero coding knowledge. But what did we actually get? Well, most of them just stopped halfway. They gave us a shadow of the real thing. What we were left with was basically an illusion. Yeah, we could build prototypes, sure. We could create these slick-looking wireframes that looked great in a browser tab. But a real finished product that you could actually launch and put in front of customers, that always seemed to be just out of reach.
And then, right in the middle of all that noise and all those broken promises, a new contender just kind of appeared. A platform called Rocket that started doing something nobody else had managed to do: launch finished, functional products right out of the gate.
So what is this thing really? Well, think of it like this. It's like having an entire AI production studio, a whole team of developers, designers, and engineers living right inside your browser, just waiting to build whatever you can imagine.
And they have this really cool name for the core idea: vibe solutioning. Now, this isn't just about spitting out a few lines of code. We are talking about full-stack execution. That means it builds everything, from the visual front end that you see and interact with, all the way to the back-end database and the logic that makes it all work. It's the process of taking a single sentence and turning it into a complete working app.
I know, it sounds almost like magic. So how does it actually work? How do you really go from just a random thought to a downloadable app in a matter of minutes? Let's break down the engine that's powering this whole thing.
It's almost unbelievable, but it's true. It all kicks off with just one sentence. You just describe what you want, something like an AI productivity app with tasks tracking and subscription upgrades. That's it. That is the starting pistol.
And from that one sentence, the AI just takes over. First, it architects the entire project. Then, it designs all the screens and the user flows. It figures out which APIs, which are basically just connections to other services, it needs and how to wire them all together. And then you literally watch it assemble everything in real time.
And what's so powerful here is how it orchestrates all these complex services that would normally take a human team weeks to set up. It automatically integrates things like Supabase for user data, Stripe for payments, OpenAI for the AI features, and Resend for emails. And they all work together, seamlessly. And this isn't a one-and-done kind of thing. It's a collaboration. You can actually talk to it. You can literally type things like, make the dashboard lighter, or add a dark mode, and the AI just edits the live build instantly. It's like having your own personal developer right there with you.
But here is the most crucial part. This is the single feature that made the entire developer community sit up and really pay attention. The key to all of this is ownership. You see, all those traditional no-code builders were what we call walled gardens. They kind of trapped you. You were stuck behind their subscriptions, and you never really truly owned your code. Rocket is the complete opposite. It gives you full code ownership. Every single line it generates is yours to keep. And we're not talking about some messy, unreadable code here. This is professional, production-grade stuff. You can export clean code using the most popular frameworks like Next.js and React, the exact tools modern startups use to build their web apps. You can even generate the file you need for a native mobile experience.
So, what this all adds up to is a true paradigm shift. We're witnessing a moment where the speed of development is finally starting to match the speed of human thought. And the scale of this change is just staggering. I mean, the proof is right there in the momentum. Over 400,000 creators from 180 countries have already jumped on board, and it's mostly indie founders and designers just testing their ideas at lightning speed.
And the output? It's just as massive. We're talking over 500,000 applications have been generated. And think about it. Every single one of those projects refines the AI, teaching it more about how we humans actually describe and build software.
Which kind of brings us to the big question, doesn't it? All of a sudden, the playing field feels different. This technology is exactly why it feels like individual creators and small teams suddenly have the exact same creative firepower as a fully staffed company.
And that leaves us with one final, pretty powerful thought. If that barrier between an idea and a finished product is just dissolving, If development can now truly move at the speed of thought, what will you create?
That's all for this one. So what do you think this all means for the future of creativity and business? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you liked the video, subscribe, leave a like, comment on what you liked most, and share the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.